And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time. And luckily, and keep hating. I love when y'all do that.
What you say? Hate and pays the bills?
Hate and pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
In recent weeks, one of the hottest controversies in college basketball revolves around LSU star Angel Reese, who has been accused of using steroids. The situation escalated when outspoken sports commentator Stephen A. Smith, known for his bold opinions, weighed in on the issue, adding even more fuel to the already intense debate.
In this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark. Rookie of the Year race is over. She ended that Friday night. Not that she wasn't in the league to begin with, but she ended that Friday night when she dropped 31 on the Chicago Sky when they were blowing them out. Okay? She ended that Friday night. Angel Reese and her Chicago Sky, who, by the way, in 11-19 and about 8 games below 500, even though they're still tied for the 7th seed in the playoffs or what have you. We'll see what happens with that. But Angel Reese is no longer a Rookie of the Year potential winner. That's over. It's going to Caitlin Clark. Let's get that out the way. Did you know that Caitlin Clark is also in the conversation for league MVP?
Veteran sports commentator Stephen A. Smith, known for his candid takes, has grown frustrated with the handling of the accusations against LSU star Angel Reese. Unafraid to voice his opinions, Smith has made his stance clear, criticizing both Reese and the broader dynamics at play. His reaction has reignited debates about the integrity of the game and the influence of star athletes, once again putting him at the center of sports media discussions.
Absolutely sensational yesterday. She was big time. Make no mistake about it. She showed up and showed out, and being down by 15 and sparking her team back. I just can't say enough about it. When I think about it, it's a neck-and-neck race. It's not a foregone conclusion. The fact that Angel Reese is in the mix is a beautiful, beautiful thing with all the notoriety that's been thrown in the direction, Eminem, for Caitlin Clark. But that's where I want to go with this.
The accusations against Angel Reese have sent shockwaves through the basketball world, with rumors suggesting she may have used steroids to boost her performance throughout the season. Steroid use is a grave charge for any athlete, casting doubt on the legitimacy of their achievements. These allegations surfaced following what many saw as a remarkably dominant performance from Reese, sparking speculation about possible unfair advantages. Fans of both Reese and LSU were stunned, as she had quickly risen to become one of the top stars in women's college basketball. While some have come to her defense, others, including Stephen A. Smith, have been more cautious about dismissing the claims.
See, I had a lot of respect for Angel Reese until I realized something. Let me explain. See, at first I believed the hype like, yo, we gotta protect the black sis because they trying to compare her to Caitlin Clark and scrutinize her name. And then I realized Angel Reese is just a female version of the rapper who get a big ass record deal but can't stop going to the hood because he want everybody to make sure that they know he's still one of them until it's too late. Or the dude who grew up in the suburbs but want to tell everybody he's from the hood because he got a few homies out of there and gets himself in trouble that he should not be in. So you let this chick who got dumped by a white boy for Taylor Swift talk about not going 50-50, but in the same conversation said she couldn't even pay no car note when he left her. Why you entertaining this knowing you got over $1.8 million in endorsements? See, you had us out here supporting you when you was up there crying about being sexualized and being a victim, but every time I see you, you double cheeked up. How I see you double cheeked up more than I see you getting double doubles, and every 5 seconds you talking to a ratchet rapper or somebody's side chick. Make it make sense. If you go on Twitter right now and type in Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, you'll see a bunch of clean images of Caitlin Clark and a bunch of basketball highlights. But Angel Reese, all you see is negative write-ups of her and her ass cheeks out. She's about 2 seasons away becoming a rapper's baby mama versus being a potential Hall of Famer. Now, when all else fails, Angel, don't try to cry victim and say black women are disempowered because you chose to show your ass cheeks instead of being a good role model for what a black woman with some money and fucking making history should look like. You did it to yourself. I'm gone.
Stephen A. Smith has built a reputation for speaking hard truths, even when they spark controversy. Known for his unapologetic, straightforward commentary, he's both a polarizing and respected voice in sports media. When it comes to the steroid accusations against Angel Reese, Smith has taken a firm stance, insisting the allegations be taken seriously. He has been vocal in criticizing the handling of the situation, pointing out that sports must always prioritize fairness and integrity. For Smith, the mere possibility that an athlete might turn to performance-enhancing drugs is a serious issue, one that cannot be ignored or swept under the rug. His refusal to stay silent on such matters underscores his commitment to upholding the principles of clean competition. Smith's strong opinion has further fueled the debate surrounding Reese, shedding light on the larger issue of doping in sports and its impact on athletes' legacies.
And keep hating. I love when y'all do that.
What do you say? Hate and pays the bills.
Hate and pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah,
Is
it
it
covers
like-
that. It
is
definitely
it-
covers that.
What is my, I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times,
Here, I'll do it.
yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even. Yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like. No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Like y'all think, babe. If y'all thought.
Stephen A. Smith's frustration with the situation goes beyond the potential use of steroids. It's about the broader impact these allegations have on the integrity of the game. Throughout his career, Smith has consistently emphasized athlete accountability. Whether defending or criticizing a player, his opinions are always rooted in facts, statistics, and the reality of what's happening on the field or court. In the past, Smith has stood by athletes like Caitlin Clark, who he feels have been unfairly criticized or underappreciated, and he's now doing the same with Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark, for instance, had a remarkable season, with stats that clearly place her among the best players in the country. Smith has been one of the few commentators to recognize and defend her talent when others have downplayed her achievements. In contrast, Angel Reese's season has been tainted by accusations that she's engaged in stat padding, such as intentionally missing shots to grab her own rebounds. This behavior, if true, diminishes the integrity of the game and unfairly overshadows athletes who play fairly, tarnishing the competition and the accomplishments of others.
I want to give my flowers to Cheryl Swoops.
Ooh.
And I think I'm really giving her her flowers because she's gotten her flowers, but I think she needs to be reminded that she's that girl. Like you that girl, you that woman, you been that, you still that, you forever gonna be that. And like I know like so much going on social media with everything going on, and people have attacked her and said so much stuff. And I texted her yesterday and I was like, you know you that, like you know you a legend, like your resume speak for itself. You ain't got to speak on nothing. And I just seen her get out of character on social media a couple days. And I'm like, you know, you ain't got to pop it like that. But yeah, she's a legend and somebody that I've always looked up to. She gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna have her on the podcast soon.
And she's 10 toes down.
She's 10 toes behind what's right. And that's what I love.
Stephen A. Smith has also highlighted the curious timing of Angel Reese's mysterious injury, which sidelined her toward the end of the season just as Caitlin Clark's statistics were dominating. This injury raised eyebrows, as it occurred during a period when Reese faced increasing scrutiny over alleged stat padding tactics, leading some to question whether the injury was legitimate or simply a convenient way to step out of the spotlight. Reese's injury came at a time when Clark was outshining her in nearly every statistical category, further fueling speculation that Reese might have used the injury to avoid facing mounting pressure. The fact that Reese's performance had been underwhelming in the latter part of the season only added to the suspicions. In Smith's view, sports are about authenticity, about earning victories through genuine effort. Allegations like these not only tarnish the reputation of individual athletes, but also undermine the competitive spirit that makes sports compelling. His impassioned reaction reflects his broader commitment to holding athletes accountable and preserving the integrity of the game, even when doing so stirs controversy.
I'd rather not share some, but she said she's proud of me being able to have a legend. I mean, already being coached by a legend, but being able to have Cheryl Swoops in your corner. She talked to me before I even entered my name into the draft, and she told me she believed in me. And knowing coming into the league, having somebody that's played in the league, has done great things, has won championships, and being able to have that person in my corner is something that I've always needed. She understands me. She knows what I've been.
One of the key reasons Stephen A. Smith has been so vocal in his defense of Caitlin Clark is that he sees her as a shining example of what is right about the game. Clark's passion, dedication, and raw talent have made her one of the standout athletes of the season, and Smith has been quick to praise her accomplishments. He consistently highlights her exceptional work ethic and skill, standing out as one of the few commentators in sports media willing to call out those who attempt to downplay her success. Smith's balanced and fair analysis of Clark's achievements contrasts sharply with his critiques of Angel Reese, whose alleged tactics have left many feeling disillusioned. The allegations of stat padding against Angel Reese are especially troubling, because they suggest that her focus may have been more on personal stats than on contributing to her team's overall success. In sports, stat padding is frowned upon as it undermines the spirit of teamwork and the integrity of the game. The notion that Reese may have intentionally missed shots to collect her own rebounds and inflate her statistics is not only unethical, but also a disservice to her teammates and the sport as a whole. Such behavior, if true, reflects poorly on her commitment to the team and casts a shadow over the competitive nature of the game. Stephen A. Smith has not shied away from calling out this type of behavior, arguing that it diminishes the value of sports and sets a dangerous precedent for younger athletes who idolize stars like Reese. By contrast, he applauds athletes like Caitlin Clark, whose success is earned through dedication and genuine skill. For Smith, the essence of sports is rooted in fairness, teamwork, and authenticity, and he won't hesitate to speak out against actions that threaten those values. His critical stance on Reese and unwavering support for Clark demonstrate his commitment to protecting the integrity of the game and holding athletes accountable for their actions on and off the court. Stephen A. Smith's outrage over the entire Angel Reese situation reflects his deep passion for sports and his commitment to upholding the values of fairness and integrity. Known for holding athletes accountable, Smith has never hesitated to criticize those he believes fall short of the high standards expected in sports. His response to the Reese controversy is no different. He is demanding accountability, transparency, and honesty from both Reese and those overseeing the sport. Smith's fiery commentary serves as a reminder that in the world of sports, actions have consequences, and no player is exempt from being held to the highest standards of conduct. Adding to the controversy are the steroid accusations and allegations of stat padding, which have already cast a shadow over Reese's season. However, the timing of Reese's late-season injury has fueled even more questions. The injury came just as Caitlin Clark's performance was reaching new heights, leading some to speculate whether it was a convenient way for Reese to avoid further comparisons to Clark's stellar stats. While injuries are a natural part of sports, the fact that Reese's occurred at such a pivotal moment has led to speculation about its legitimacy. For Smith, this injury adds another layer of complexity to an already controversial situation. He has been vocal about the need for full transparency regarding the nature of Reese's injury and the circumstances surrounding it. To Smith, fairness and integrity in sports are non-negotiable. Whether it's holding players accountable for their actions or ensuring that the system overseeing the sport remains honest, he is unwavering in his belief that athletes should be judged by their performance and dedication, not by shortcuts or excuses. His passion for the game and his firm stance on the Angel Reese situation serve as a powerful reminder that integrity must always come first.
And threw it back in her face. Now you got half the basketball world saying, well, you know what, that's not the classiest thing to do. Yeah. That's not the way.
It was the exact same thing.
It was the exact same thing. Now you can make an argument that if they're doing excessive celebration in her face after the game is over, all right, then you could make that argument. But you had people complaining about it when she was doing it during the game. Wait a minute. LSU told you before the game,
Yeah.
But we didn't like how she was acting towards South Carolina. She ain't gonna do that against us. Correct me if I'm wrong, Janae. This is exactly what they were saying. Going into the game, they let the basketball world know, y'all think that this is going to be some storybook ending for her. Y'all must have got it twisted. We coming, and we gonna get at her. They told you before the game, then they got in the game, got all up in her in Iowa, was up by 17 at the half, and you...
Stephen A. Smith's reaction to the allegations surrounding Angel Reese has been nothing short of intense, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to fairness and integrity in sports. His commentary has resonated with fans who crave transparency and accountability, serving as a rallying cry for those who want to see the core values of the game upheld. Known for his bold opinions, Smith has never shied away from controversy. His willingness to speak out, even when his views may be unpopular, has solidified his status as a respected figure in sports media. He embodies the principle that true sportsmanship relies on honesty and integrity, values that he believes should govern every athlete's actions on and off the field. The ongoing situation surrounding Angel Reese, marked by steroid accusations, stat-padding rumors, and the timing of her late-season injury, has raised serious questions about the integrity of the sport and the responsibilities of both athletes and commentators in maintaining it. For Smith, the stakes are high. He perceives the integrity of the game as being under siege and has passionately argued that accountability is essential for restoring trust among fans and players alike. The scrutiny surrounding Reese isn't merely a case of a single player underperforming or facing backlash. It represents a broader concern about the principles that guide sports as a whole. In defending Caitlin Clark, Smith emphasizes the stark contrast between athletes who compete with honesty and integrity and those who may be tempted to seek shortcuts for success. Clark's season has been exemplary, characterized by hard work, dedication, and a level of talent that speaks for itself. Smith's praise for her has not only highlighted her achievements, but has also reinforced the notion that genuine talent should be celebrated, while unethical behavior should be condemned. The discrepancies between Clark's approach and the allegations against Reese serve to illustrate the critical importance of maintaining integrity in sports. Smith's reaction to the steroid accusations is particularly noteworthy. He recognizes that performance-enhancing drugs not only affect the athlete in question, but also undermine the very foundation of competition. If athletes are resorting to such measures, it diminishes the efforts of those who strive to excel based solely on their abilities. For Smith, the idea that a player could achieve success through artificial means is unacceptable, and he has not hesitated to voice his concerns publicly. This bold stance has garnered both respect and criticism, but for Smith, the mission is clear: uphold the values that make sports worthy of admiration. The timing of Reese's injury has added another layer to an already complex narrative. As her performance began to decline and speculation about her tactics grew, the injury raised eyebrows among fans and commentators alike. Some have questioned its legitimacy, wondering if it served as a convenient excuse to avoid further comparisons to Clark's phenomenal stats. While injuries are an unfortunate reality in sports, the context surrounding this particular situation has prompted discussions about honesty and accountability. Smith has been vocal about the need for full transparency regarding the circumstances of Reese's injury, arguing that ambiguity only fuels distrust and skepticism in an already fraught environment. This situation underscores the essential role commentators like Stephen A. Smith play in the world of sports. They are not merely observers. They are watchdogs who hold athletes accountable and ensure that integrity remains at the forefront of the conversation. Smith's passionate discourse invites fans to engage in meaningful discussions about the values that underpin their love for the game. His fearless approach challenges both athletes and commentators to rise to the occasion and embrace the responsibility that comes with their platforms. As the debate continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder that sports are not just about winning or losing. They are about character, dedication, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Commentators like Smith play an essential role in preserving these ideals, ensuring that the spirit of competition remains untainted by unethical behavior. His courage to address uncomfortable truths and advocate for accountability sets a precedent for the future of sports commentary, reinforcing the idea that integrity must always come first. In doing so, he champions the athletes who exemplify these values, ensuring that the game continues to be a source of inspiration for future generations.